My family removed my seat at my mother's funeral. Then the lawyer read her final letter. The first thing I noticed when I walked into my mother's funeral was the flowers. White lilies. Oh, she hated lilies. Indeed, she used to say they smelled like people trying too hard to look innocent. The second thing I noticed was that someone had taken my seat. Front row left side aisle seat. The one the funeral director and I had discussed 2 days earlier because my mother had trouble with her right eye in her last year, and she always liked me on her left side where she could see me more clearly. That seat was now occupied by my brother-in-law, Gregory Vanessa's husband, who was checking his phone like he was waiting for a flight instead of sitting at my mother's funeral. My name was gone from the printed program, too. Not lower on the list. Not moved. Gone! There was Marcus, my younger brother, listed as giving the primary eulogy. Vanessa was listed second. Aunt Patricia was listed under family reflections. I was not listed anywhere except in the paragraph that named my mother's surviving children. I stood there holding my mother's favorite blue scarf in one hand and the folded program in the other, trying to understand how grief could still find new ways to humiliate a person after you already felt emptied out. Then Vanessa saw me. She crossed the aisle in black heels and a face full of funeral sorrow that looked perfect from a distance and cruel up close. "Daniel," she whispered, already annoyed, "please don't make this harder than it needs to be." I looked down at the program. My seat is taken. That arrangement changed. My name is missing. She gave a tiny exhale through her nose. Because Marcus is handling the formal speaking. You were the caretaker, Daniel. Real family sits up front today. Please not now. Real family. For a second, I could not hear the room. I could see people moving, cousins, hugging someone, clearing their throat, the organ music drifting softly through the chapel. But all I could really hear was that sentence. You were the caretaker. Real family sits up front. I wish I could tell you I said something sharp. Something elegant. Something that made her step back in shame. But grief does not make most people clever. It makes them tired. So I looked at my sister for a very long time and said nothing. Aunt Patricia appeared behind her like gossip summoned by pain. "Well," she said softly, as if she were being reasonable, "it may actually be better this way. You know how emotions can confuse things." I nodded once. Then I walked to the back of the chapel and stood against the wall at my own mother's funeral while the people who abandoned her took the front row. That was how the day began. By the time it ended, my brother had gone gray. My sister could not stop shaking. Aunt Patricia was suddenly unable to meet my eyes, and my mother's lawyer was reading a sentence that made the entire room freeze. "If Daniel is standing in the back when this letter is opened," Miriam Voss said, "then my children did exactly what I knew they would do. My name is Daniel Brooks. I am 46 years old. For the last 5 years of my mother's life, I was the one who stayed. That is not me trying to sound noble. It is just the truth. I was the son who drove her to chemotherapy when her hands shook too hard to hold a cup. I was the one who learned which pills could be taken with food and which ones made her nauseous if she took them too early. I was the one who changed sheets at 2 in the morning, lifted oxygen tanks, argued with insurance-clipped coupons, cooked soup, paid utility bills when the pension came up short, and slept in a recliner beside her bed on the nights her breathing sounded wrong. Marcus sent texts. Vanessa sent advice. I stayed. My mother, Evelyn Brooks, had been a school librarian for 32 years before cancer cut her down slowly, then cruelly, then almost politely, as if it were trying to trick the rest of us into thinking suffering could be managed neatly if you just kept the house quiet enough. My father had died a decade earlier. After that, the house became smaller somehow, not in square footage, in laughter, in noise, in the strange energy a good marriage leaves behind after one half of it is gone. By the time her second round of treatment failed, Evelyn needed help every day. Marcus lived 90 minutes away, but always sounded busier than distance should allow. Vanessa lived even closer, but somehow every request for help landed in the middle of one of Gregory's work trips, one of her social events, one of her bad anxiety weeks, one of her daughter's school functions, one of the million things that seemed more important than sitting beside the woman who had raised us. At first I made excuses for them. Then I covered for them. Then I stopped mentioning them at all because it was easier than hearing my mother say, with that quiet little smile she wore when she was disappointed, but trying not to embarrass anyone I'm sure they mean well. The house we grew up in sat on a half-acre lot in a quiet part of Columbus, Georgia. White siding, green shutters, a porch swing my father built, a kitchen window over the sink where my mother liked to rest one hand while she talked. By the time the market rose, the place was worth far more than any of us expected. That was when Marcus and Vanessa started sounding interested again. Not in Mom. In the house. Yeah. I can tell you the moment I first noticed it because it made me cold in a way illness never had. Mom had just finished a difficult week. She could barely keep food down. Her ankles were swollen. I was helping her back from the bathroom when Vanessa called on speaker. She did the sympathy voice first. How is she today? Oh, poor Mom. Then 3 minutes later, in the same voice she used to ask for a dinner reservation, she said, have either of you thought about whether it makes sense to sell before winter houses like that are moving fast right now? My mother said I am still inside it, Vanessa. There was a pause. Vanessa laughed lightly like the problem was not what she had said, but how literal my mother had been. Oh, Mom, you know what I mean. I did know what she meant. So did Evelyn. After that, the questions multiplied. Marcus asked whether the taxes had gone up. Vanessa asked whether Dad had ever updated the deed. Gregory asked whether the neighborhood allowed subdivision. The worst part was that they always wrapped it in concern. You do not want Daniel burdened with too much. We are just trying to help plan ahead. Mom would want things handled cleanly. People use the clean language of responsibility to hide ugly hunger all the time. My mother saw it before I did. One night, a few months before she died, I was bringing her tea when I found her writing in a spiral notebook at the kitchen table. What's that? I asked. She closed it halfway and looked up at me with a face that still carried so much of the woman she had been before illness hollowed her out. Insurance, she said. I smiled. You've never once balanced insurance papers in a spiral notebook. She smiled back, but there was steel in it. Do they think dying made me stupid? I laughed because I thought she was teasing. She wasn't. She tapped the notebook. People say interesting things around sick women, especially when they think the sick woman is half asleep. I set the tea down. Mom, let me finish my sentence, Danny. Nobody called me Danny but her. I know which child stayed because he loves me, she said. And I know which one started visiting the minute the house became more real to them than I did. I sat down across from her. You do not need to worry about that right now. Yes, I do, she said. Because if I leave it unspoken, they'll turn your care into convenience. They'll call love something smaller than it was. I still remember the way the kitchen light hit her hands that night. Thin, veined, still steady. That notebook ended up changing everything. The first direct betrayal happened on a Tuesday in March. I was at the pharmacy picking up anti-nausea medication and a refill for her blood pressure pills. I was gone 32 minutes. I know because the receipt was time-stamped and because later when lawyers became involved, every minute began to matter. When I got home, Marcus's truck and Vanessa's SUV were in the driveway. That alone annoyed me because neither of them had told me they were coming. When I walked inside, the house had that tight feeling rooms get after an argument that people are pretending has not happened. My mother was in her recliner. Marcus was standing by the mantel. Vanessa was holding a pen. A packet of papers sat on the coffee table. Mom's mouth was a flat line. What's going on? I asked. Marcus turned too fast. Oh, good, you're back. We were just talking through some planning stuff with Mom. What planning stuff? Vanessa picked up the papers. Nothing dramatic. Just some simple property management forms in case things get complicated later. You know, to protect everybody. My mother looked at me and said, "They brought paperwork to my living room like I was already dead." Marcus rolled his eyes. Oh, come on, Mom. I stepped between them and the coffee table. She said no. Vanessa gave me a tired smile. Daniel, you don't need to be so controlling. There are words people use when they want to punish the person who is making exploitation difficult. Controlling is one of them. My mother's voice cut through the room, sharper than either of theirs. Get that pen off my table. Nobody moved. Then she said something I will love for the rest of my life. If I have enough strength left to refuse my children, I have enough strength left to own my own damn house. Vanessa flushed. Marcus muttered something about everyone being dramatic. They left 5 minutes later. That should have been enough to show me what would happen once she was gone. But caring for someone terminally ill distorts time. You live in symptoms and appointments and appetite charts and small victories. You do not always have the energy to imagine what cruel people will do in the administrative spaces surrounding death. My cousin Ryan came by that evening with groceries. He had been on the porch when Marcus and Vanessa left. He asked whether everything was okay. I lied and said yes. Mom waited until he left to say, "You should stop protecting them from the truth." I said, "I'm trying to protect you from stress." She leaned back and looked at the ceiling. That's the same mistake in a nicer outfit. After that, she documented harder. The notebook filled with dates, times, and little observations written in her slanted librarian handwriting. Marcus asked about house appraisal before asking about blood work. Vanessa suggested I move out for my own future while I was washing sheets. Gregory called the house a solid asset. Mom started saving voicemails, too. She asked Ryan to help her label a flash drive. She had me install a doorbell camera after a package theft in the neighborhood. But I eventually realized she cared less about stolen deliveries than uninvited family visits. She even kept an old baby monitor in the living room because her bedroom was at the other end of the hall, and she wanted me to hear her if she needed help. What she never said directly, but what I understand now, was that she also wanted the house to keep hearing what people said when they thought only the dying woman was in the room. My mother died on a Thursday at 4:17 in the morning. I know the minute because I had just checked the clock after adjusting her blanket. The last full sentence she said to me was, "Don't let them make small what you did." At the time, I thought she meant grief. I did not yet know she meant evidence. The first 48 hours after a death are a blur of calls, signatures, casseroles, frozen expressions, and people asking questions that feel almost obscene when your body is still carrying the temperature of the person you just lost. I was not prepared to fight over funeral arrangements. Marcus and Vanessa were. That was my second mistake. They moved fast. Marcus called the funeral home to take pressure off me. Vanessa offered to handle the obituary because Daniel shouldn't have to think about wording right now. Aunt Patricia inserted herself into every conversation like a self-appointed advisor on dignity. By the time I saw the obituary draft, they had turned my mother's last years into a polished lie. It said Evelyn was surrounded by devoted family. It named Marcus and Vanessa's children individually. It described Marcus as a constant source of support. It described Vanessa as her mother's dearest companion. My name was there, but thinly, like a footnote, like a tenant. I added 2 lines about her years as a librarian and 1 about her love of blue scarves. Vanessa deleted both before the final version went out. Then came the eulogy conversation. Marcus said he should do the main eulogy because he was better at public speaking. Vanessa said she would do a second reflection because she connected emotionally better. I said I would like to say something too. She put a hand on my arm with practiced sadness. Daniel, you've been through the hardest part already. Maybe this time, you should just be present. Just be present. Meaning stand still and let us curate what people remember. By funeral morning, I was too numb to anticipate the seat. That humiliation was almost elegant in its cruelty because of how small it seemed on paper. A chair. A printed name. A line in a program. But grief strips away your outer skin. Tiny things hit bone. So I stood in the back. Marcus gave the first eulogy and cried in the right places. He talked about calling Mom every week. He talked about her wisdom, her warmth, her strength. He did not mention that his last 4 visits lasted under 30 minutes each. Vanessa went next. She said I held Mom's hand through everything. I looked down at my own hands and remembered the truth. I remembered holding a metal bowl when Mom was too sick to make it to the sink. I remembered cleaning lotion from her forearms after the skin on her elbows tore from one fall. I remembered untangling oxygen tubing at 1 in the morning. I remembered warming blankets in the dryer because chemo left her cold, even in July. I remembered that the hand she held through everything had usually been mine. When the service ended, people hugged Marcus. They praised Vanessa for her composure. Aunt Patricia dabbed at her eyes dramatically and said to someone near me not quietly enough, Daniel always did get overly attached. Sometimes that kind of dependency pushes other people away. I looked at her and said nothing. Not because she deserved silence. Because I was running out of room inside myself to carry fresh anger. That is when the funeral director approached me and said a woman named Miriam Voss needed to see the immediate family in a private room before anyone left. Miriam had been my mother's lawyer for years. Tall, silver-haired, the kind of composed that makes anxious people automatically reveal more than they intended. We gathered in one of the smaller sitting rooms off the side corridor. Dark wood, tissue box on the table, coffee that smelled burnt. The ugly intimacy of places built for grief logistics. Marcus walked in like he owned the room. Vanessa whispered to Gregory. Maybe this is just about the house paperwork, Gregory murmured. Get a clear timeline on listing. He did not know I heard him. Miriam closed the door, sat down, and placed a cream-colored envelope on the table. This was left with instructions to be opened in the presence of all 3 of Evelyn Brooks's children after the funeral service, she said. Marcus tried to smile. Why not? Well, if this is about the estate, I'm sure we can keep everything efficient. Miriam did not smile back. I'm sure Evelyn had her own definition of efficient. Then she opened the envelope and unfolded several handwritten pages. The room went still. She read the first line. If Daniel is standing in the back of the room when this letter is opened, then my children did exactly what I knew they would do. It felt like the air changed temperature. Vanessa's face lost color. Marcus blinked too quickly. I just sat there. For the first time all day, something inside me unclenched. My mother knew. She knew. Miriam continued. To my children. If you are hearing this, then I am gone, and at least 2 of you are probably pretending to be better than you were while I was still alive. I am too old, too sick, and too honest to let performance become memory. Marcus shifted in his chair. Is this really necessary? He muttered. Miriam kept reading. Daniel was not helping out. Daniel carried my life when I no longer had the strength to carry it myself. He kept my medicine straight, My bills paid my body clean, my house running, and my fear quiet. If you let him stand in the back of my funeral after all of that, then I was right to write this letter, Vanessa whispered. Oh my God. See, Miriam looked up only long enough to make sure nobody interrupted again. To Marcus and Vanessa. You visited my illness the way some people visit museums, briefly, loudly, and mostly to prove later that you had been there. You asked about my square footage before you asked about my pain. You asked about the deed before you asked whether I was sleeping. I forgive your weakness, but I do not reward it. Nobody moved. Not Gregory. Oh, not Aunt Patricia, who had somehow found her way into the room, because people like her are drawn to inheritance like flies to sugar. Not even Marcus, who usually could not survive 15 seconds of discomfort without turning it into a joke. Then Miriam read the part that made my eyes burn. Daniel. If they removed your name, your chair, or your right to speak today, I need you to understand something. They did not diminish your place. They only revealed their own character. Your place with me was decided years ago in the small hours when nobody else came. I had not cried during the service. Oh, I cried then. Oh, not dramatically. Oh, not loudly. Oh, just once with my head down, because after weeks of hospital air and funeral arrangements and practical decisions, I heard my mother tell the truth in a room full of liars, and it felt like being able to breathe for the first time that day. Miriam set those pages down. Oh, that was the personal letter, she said. Now we move to the estate documents. Marcus finally found his voice. Oh, this is absurd. Daniel was living with her. Of course he influenced her. Miriam lifted one eyebrow. Interesting choice of accusation given the records Evelyn asked me to safeguard. She opened a legal folder. Inside were copies of bank statements, caregiver logs, appointment records, utility bills, and pages from my mother's notebook. Evelyn updated her will 6 months ago, Miriam said. She also provided extensive documentation explaining her reasoning in the event of a challenge. Vanessa's voice cracked. Oh, what documentation? Oh, Miriam read from the will summary first. Oh, the family house, including all attached property and contents except specifically bequeathed personal items, passes in full to Daniel Brooks. Marcus made a strangled sound. Oh, number. Oh, Miriam kept going. Oh, to Marcus Brooks, I leave $1 and a copy of the calendar that records how often Daniel drove me to treatment. To Vanessa Hale, I leave $1 and a copy of the notebook in which I wrote what my children forgot I could still hear. Aunt Patricia actually gasped. Oh, Gregory said, this can't be serious. It is very serious, Miriam replied. Vanessa leaned forward. She was sick. Oh, yes, Miriam said, and fully competent. Her oncologist signed the capacity declaration included in the file. Her physician signed one as well. Would you like to see them? Nobody answered. Miriam slid several photocopies across the table. Oh, I recognized my mother's handwriting immediately. March 14th. Marcus asked about appraisal before asking how many treatments remained. April 2nd. Vanessa said Daniel got free rent as if he were not paying the gas bill. April 19th. Gregory referred to the porch swing as a resale liability. Oh, May 6th. They brought property forms and a pen, said it was for everyone's protection. I said no. June 11th. Vanessa called Daniel controlling. Translation, he makes theft difficult. My sister started crying then, but it was not grief. It was the cry people make when shame arrives without warning and they realize it knows their full name. Miriam wasn't finished. Oh, Evelyn also provided digital evidence. She took out a small drive. Marcus stood up. Digital evidence of what? Of you and Vanessa attempting to pressure her into assigning control of the property. That's ridiculous. Sit down. Miriam said, and somehow managed to sound more commanding than any judge I've ever met. He sat. There was a small television in the room used for memorial slideshows. The funeral director, looking deeply uncomfortable, helped connect the drive. The first clip was from the doorbell camera. Date stamp visible. Marcus arriving. Vanessa behind him. Audio slightly tinny but clear enough. Vanessa. Just sign it now, Mom. Daniel makes everything harder than it needs to be. Marcus. We're trying to keep the house from becoming a mess. My mother's voice, thin but unmistakable. The mess is standing on my porch. Nobody breathed. The second clip had no video, only audio from the baby monitor in the living room. Marcus again. If you leave it to Daniel, he'll cling to this place forever. Vanessa. He's turned caring for you into a role. He likes being indispensable. Then my mother's voice. You mistake love for strategy because strategy is all you brought. I closed my eyes. I had never heard that recording before. She had fought harder than I knew. The third item was a screenshot of an email chain from a realtor. Sent 2 weeks before Mom died. Subject line. Preliminary valuation and timing options. From Gregory. Copied to Vanessa and Marcus. Not copied to my mother. Not copied to me. Aunt Patricia sat back slowly, as if the chair itself had become untrustworthy. Miriam let the silence settle. Then she said, there is also written testimony from Cousin Ryan confirming he was present on the afternoon of March 14th and overheard discussion about pressuring Evelyn to sign documents while Daniel was at the pharmacy. Marcus stared at the table. Vanessa covered her mouth. For the first time that day, nobody had a polished sentence ready. That was the strangest part of it all. Cruel people seem enormous when they control the room. They shrink very quickly when the room stops helping them lie. Marcus tried one last angle. Daniel manipulated her. He was there all the time. Of course she got attached. Miriam answered before I could. Caregiving often creates attachment, she said. That is generally how love works, Gregory muttered. We should get our own lawyer. Miriam nodded. You may. I should warn you that contesting this estate would bring these documents into formal review. Depending on how aggressively you proceed, you may create a record more public than this room. That finally reached them. Not morality. Exposure. Vanessa turned to me, then eyes read voice breaking. Daniel, say something. I had been quiet so long that even my own voice sounded unfamiliar when I used it. So I did what my mother had taught me to do when words mattered. I kept it simple. You took my seat at her funeral, I said. But she had already saved my place in her final will. Nobody answered. Aunt Patricia looked down so fast she nearly dropped her purse. Marcus stood up again, but this time there was no force in it. Just embarrassment wearing a suit. Vanessa started crying harder, telling Gregory this was humiliating. Humiliating. That word echoed in me. See, because she had been willing to humiliate me publicly in a chapel while I was holding our mother's scarf. But now that the truth had turned toward her, she suddenly understood the shape of humiliation. Miriam closed the folder. There are also specific personal bequests, she said more gently. The blue scarf Daniel is holding was to remain with him. The cedar chest goes to Emma Vanessa's daughter. The first edition children's books go to the public library in Evelyn's name. And Daniel is instructed not to sell the porch swing unless it rots naturally. A tiny laugh escaped me then. The porch swing. That was my mother. Even from the grave, she still found time to manage the details. People drifted out of the room slowly after that. Not because the meeting was long. Because they did not know how to carry themselves now that the performance had collapsed. Cousin Ryan caught my arm in the hallway and said quietly, I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner what I heard on the porch. I nodded. See, You're telling me now? Oh, he looked toward the closed sitting room door. Oh, she was proud of you, Dan. Everybody could see it. Some people just resented what it said about them. That sentence stayed with me. Oh, Marcus left without speaking to me. Oh, Vanessa tried once more before she got to the parking lot. Fool. She came toward me with smeared mascara and anger dressed like pain. You think you won, she said. I looked at the blue scarf in my hands. Oh, no, I said. I think Mom made sure the truth had witnesses. Oh, she opened her mouth, then closed it. Oh, Gregory guided her away by the elbow as if proximity to evidence might become contagious. The weeks after the funeral were ugly in quieter ways. Marcus called twice to propose a fair compromise. Vanessa sent one long email about family healing financial balance and how Mom would never have wanted division. That last line almost made me laugh. Oh, because division was exactly what my mother had documented. Oh, not created. Oh, exposed. Their lawyer sent a letter threatening to review capacity influence and the legitimacy of the recordings. Miriam answered with medical capacity certifications, notarized execution records, and a calm mention of potential elder coercion concerns if the challenge continued. The challenge disappeared 2 weeks later. Oh, it turns out some people are very brave when the truth is oral and private. They become much more careful when it is signed, dated, and attached to corroborating video. I kept the house. That sentence still feels strange to say because I never stayed for the house. I stayed for my mother. But keeping the house felt less like inheritance and more like being entrusted with the one place where the truth had lived long enough to protect itself. The first night I slept there alone after everything was settled, the silence felt different than it had while she was alive. Emptier, but cleaner. Oh, I made tea and sat by the window in the den, the one that faced the porch swing. Her favorite chair was still there. So was the knitted blanket she pretended not to need in summer. I folded the blue scarf and laid it over the back of the chair. Then I placed her spiral notebook on the side table. Oh, what my children forgot I could still hear. That was what she had written on the inside cover. I read it all slowly. Not the legal notes only. The personal ones too. Daniel replaced the porch bulb before I asked. Daniel pretended not to notice when I cried in the bathroom. Today he looked more tired than I did. If this house goes to him, it is not because he stayed in it. It is because he made sure I could stay in myself while I was disappearing. I had to stop reading after that. Grief is a strange thing. Sometimes revenge stories sound triumphant from the outside, but when you are living one, victory can feel a lot like sorrow with better lighting. I did not want my brother and sister destroyed. I wanted my mother respected. I wanted the years I spent keeping her alive and comfortable to not be reduced to free rent or caretaking by people who could not be bothered to show up unless paperwork was involved. I wanted one honest witness. My mother became that witness. Months passed. The house stayed mine. So, the porch swing remained exactly where Dad built it. I donated Mom's first edition children's books to the library with a small plaque in her name. The librarian cried when I explained why. I mailed Marcus and Vanessa each a framed copy of the page from Mom's calendar that showed treatment days, grocery runs, medication pickups, and nights marked severe nausea. Daniel stayed awake. It was petty. It was also deserved. Neither of them replied. The only direct apology I ever received came from Aunt Patricia, which somehow made it both more surprising and less meaningful. She sent a card. I should not have listened to gossip over evidence. Your mother saw more than the rest of us. I put it in a drawer. Sometimes remorse arrives too late to become anything useful. Still, I appreciated that someone besides me had learned the difference between sounding concerned and being cruel. On the 1-year anniversary of my mother's funeral, I wore a blue tie and sat in the front row at the library dedication for the Evelyn Brooks Children's Reading Corner. Nobody argued with my seat that day. Afterward, I went home, sat in the den, and looked at her chair by the window. The scarf still hung there. Not because I was trying to preserve some shrine. Because some absences deserve a visible shape. People like Marcus and Vanessa believed family was a title. My mother knew better. Family is who comes when the body is failing. Family is who hears fear at 2 a.m. and stays. Family is who learns medication names, not just property values. Family is who shows up before the lawyer does. That was the real reason the room turned against them when Miriam read the letter. It was not just the will, i.e., it was recognition. Everyone in that room had been given a final, undeniable map of who loved Evelyn Brooks and who loved the idea of inheriting what she left behind. I still think about the chapel sometimes. About the lilies she hated. About Gregory in my seat. About Vanessa telling me real family sits up front. She was wrong. Real family is not decided by a chair. It is decided in the long, ordinary suffering nobody claps for. In the rides to treatment. In the refilled prescriptions. In the bills paid quietly. In the vomit bowl cleaned without complaint. In the last blanket adjusted before dawn. That is where my mother put my name. Not in ink on a funeral program. Somewhere steadier. Somewhere people like Marcus and Vanessa could never erase it. If you take anything from this story, take this. Some families only respect love when it is written into a legal document. Some people only hear the truth when it comes through a lawyer's voice. And sometimes the quietest revenge is not revenge at all. It is being seen clearly at last. They took my seat in the front row. But my mother had already written my name where they could never erase it.